So, on this very, very hot and humid evening, I thought I'd talk to you about prayer ropes as a really helpful way of focusing us when it comes to prayer. In some ways, you might say this is a bit of a combination between what I said about the Jesus prayer and a holding cross. Prayer ropes have been used since we think about the 4th century as an aid to prayer, and all they are is simply a bit of rope that's been knotted in several places. This one's 100 knots, sometimes they come in 30s or 50s. And you can see that this one's punctuated every 25 knots with a bead, just to help you as you go along to know where you are. And you simply use it by placing your finger over a knot, saying whatever form of prayer, whether it's the Hail Mary for Roman Catholics or the Jesus prayer in the Orthodox tradition, and then you move along to the next knot. They're very small knots. I need to use my fingernail in order to feel them, but actually you could make one yourself, any bit of cord or shoelace even, just as a way of helping you to keep focused. Somehow using your hands and your mind and saying prayers out loud, as we looked at the other day, all comes together and just helps to focus the mind and to keep it in step with the heart and the mouth as you pray. As well as using numbers of knots to pray particular prayers, you might also want to have a piece of cord or rope that's knotted with 10 or 25 knots and use that as a way of praying particular things. Maybe having a cord of 20 knots and using it to give thanks to God for 20 blessings in your life, or to pray for 10 or 20 or 100 different people. So as well as using it to pray particular prayers, you can also use a knotted rope as you go along to pray for particular things or to give thanks for particular things, blessings, names of God, all kinds of different ways. Be as creative as you like. Making your own gives you a chance to personalize it and to invest it with meaning as you make it as well. I simply bought this one off the internet. I couldn't find the one I used to use, so I just needed an example to show you. But I shall use it as a aid to praying the Jesus prayer. But there are all kinds of ways in which you can use prayer ropes to help focus your prayers. Well, tomorrow we're going to look at icons. Join me then if you're able.